All right, big collectibles here, and we just finished. Well, I say we. Eddie just opened up a box of mosaic, and what we're doing here, he's so kind that so generous that he's going to be giving away a silver mosaic prism Austin Martin rookie card, and that's a rookie card, right? Yeah,
To introductions, he's still a
introductions.
prospect, but his rookie card should be out next year.
Got you. So
He's the
thank
hottest
you.
prospect there is, though.
Yeah, man. And I also what we wanted to touch on is so if you want to enter for that drawing, just drop a comment. Eddie, what do you think? What do you want him to? Do you want him to say something specific or just drop a comment?
Whatever it is, bro, you could pick out whoever it is. I would,
Subscribe,
just make
subscribe,
sure
just
you
gotta
subscribe. Yeah,
subscribe is amazing.
Okay,
subscribe. That's it. Like
you heard from Strange. You got to subscribe, okay, and give me your
that's it.
firstborn and all that good stuff. So yeah, subscribe, drop a comment, hit that bell, all that good stuff. And what we also wanted to talk about is tips about how to sell cards. When is the right time? When is the right time to sell and buy? Eddie, we were having this conversation on the phone a couple of days ago. I told you I bought some football, I bought some baseball, and I bought it in February, and
Yeah,
I'm at a loss.
yeah.
And
February hurt a lot of people, man.
so what kind of tips can you give me so that way everybody can learn from it because I'm no veteran when it comes to selling cards. So what do you think?
So at the moment, what you want to do, like I'll give you a for instance. We're ending baseball. We're going into the bigger sports, which is basketball and football. People are really locked in there. They're not really paying attention to baseball anymore. So you want to go after the people that were hundreds of dollars a couple of months ago are going to be lower now. So now, right now, is the time that you're going to start buying Fernando Tatis, Otani, Juan Soto, all those big names that were hyped all over the baseball season. Those are the guys that you're going to lock into now. This is where you're going to see those prices drop, and you're going to see basketball go sky high. As the months go on, you're going to see on market movers, on any data platform, on eBay, whatever you want to use, you're going to see those keep growing and growing and growing as players get more hype and hype and hype. The more you get into a season, closer you're into playoffs, the more money those cards are going to be. So during the off season is when you want to buy. It's just the easiest way to explain. So all off season, you're gonna buy those guys that you really wanted. Even the big names right now, like there's a few Mike Trout cards that I'm looking at, um, that are priced well. There's a rated rookie Mike Trout card that came out of Contenders. It doesn't have his team logo, but I've watched that card sell $40. Now it's selling for no. I watched it sell at 40. I sold that card at $40 a couple of years ago. I bought it back at $90 to sell it for $160, and now it's at like 250. So it's continuously climbing. So that's another thing about this whole card game, right? Is there's different variations and different levels of cards that you could buy. So everything is not always about Prism and Topps Chrome and Flawless, and there's other things that you could buy. Like there's an OBAK Mike Trout rookie card that I've watched grow also. I mean, there's other rookie cards of his that you can buy that are cheaper, and you'll get a better ROI on than buying a Topps update. You know what I mean? So like, there's little tricks and trades to buying your favorite cards and collecting the way you want to collect and still getting value out of it. I wouldn't I would definitely you know, continue buying. Like if you believe in one of these rookies from this year, if you really believe in them, I would continue buying singles of their cards and maybe think about getting them graded in the future if you really believe in them. Because look at people like we were just talking about Jordan Alvarez. Look at where his graded cards are right now. I mean, I had hundreds of them. I still have them. I don't have the time to post them all. So I figured I'd wait till next spring.
Right.
Like how great his cards are doing right now. So you never know who's gonna blow. Even Luis Robert. There was a time where he got hurt. His cards were down. You should have bought, and everybody that bought Luis Robert is now making money off of those cards. Eloy Jimenez was out half of the year. You could have bought his cards at like $8, $5. Cards is chrome, and they went higher, during the playoffs. So I mean, there's definitely a key. There's a strategy here. You have to build that strategy, and you'll start learning little by little how to get rid of the cards that you don't want, and maybe even rebuy them at a lower cost than you bought them originally. So I mean, there's just different times that the market goes up and down. I've noticed that this month has been probably the best month in 4 months that I had selling cards. I
Really?
mean yeah, yeah.
What's moving?
A lot of vintage hockey, vintage football. What's this kid? Kid from the Bengals. Jamar Chase.
Oh, yeah, he's been balling,
Najee
bro.
Harris. Um, Let me see who else. Who else did it? Like I said, I sold a couple. I sold a couple of big cards. I sold a downtown card, Donruss downtown. Those inserts from Donruss football are hot. Um,
So you ripped uh, uh, to get these cards, and you
yeah,
sold the rookies out of the what you ripped.
yeah, yeah. So
That's
I'll rip a box. Like for instance, like I ripped two blaster boxes of Optic. Now, for me to rip a blaster box of Optic, even though I bought it for retail, it's still costing me about $75 because that's what they're selling for. I could just turn around and sell it for $75. So I have to get $75 out of that box. So like the Anthony Edwards, I sold. I'm stupid because I had it up for $200 and somebody offered me 130 and I said no, and then his prices plummeted to 100. So I sold it at 110. So I'm kind of happy with it, but I'm not as happy because I said no because I'm stupid to somebody for 130 2 weeks ago. So this is the kind of things that but these are good problems. You want to have these problems. You understand? So I mean it's not a bad problem. I still got rid of the card for way more than I paid for the box. Is the way I look at it. The box that it came out of. The way I do it is if I open a box at $75, I need to get that $75 or more out of that box.
And how often are you successful in getting that $75 out of the box?
98%.
Really?
Yeah, definitely. That's why I tell people all the time, Chronicles is my favorite box to rip. Chronicles is cheap, and if you sell them off right, just don't be lazy and throw them to the side. Look what they're selling for. Put them up. Go ahead, just do it. You know what I mean? And they'll sell. Trust me. I prove it. I mean I could show people. I could prove it.
So you go ahead and put all the rookie when the time is right. You'll sit on it. You'll put the rookies up for sale,
Yeah.
um, and get obviously what you put into the box.
Yeah. So Chronicles box is $20, so it's really not that easy. It's not that hard to get your money back. Um, and it's filled with rookie cards. So like they'll have a couple of chrome rookie cards in there. They'll have, those will probably sell first. So, and then there's like 10 different sets in there. So you'll have Donruss, you'll have Optic, you'll have so I love ripping them because they have all those different sets in that box. So I mean, it's just it's an easy ROI to me. Like the ROI is good.
So out of all the products, which is the most profitable? Would you say?
I would say right now, I like Optic as saying it's the most profitable. Select has been mean to me. I'll tell you that it's been bad for me. Um, I select basketball, not anything else. Select basketball. I have cards up that would pay for the like which I see as inventory because they'll sell one day. They'll go one day, but nobody's buying them. They just were very they printed a lot of cards, man, a lot of them, and a lot of people have the same cards that I have a couple of numbered cards that I know will go and will pay for whatever I bought. So I mean, I'm pretty confident in that. It usually works itself out. But I was really surprised by it. There was no hype around those select cards because people were just pulling the cards themselves, you know? So
Right.
I was a little upset with select basketball this year, but I would say Optic probably has a huge ROI. If you pull a LaMelo Ball or Anthony Edwards, you're in good shape. Or a Luca parallel or a LeBron parallel. So
Okay.
you know,
So your strategy is to buy the wax, rip the wax, and then like we said, sell what you can when it's ideal time when the player is hot, when
yeah.
whether it's in
Or,
six
or you
months
could
or in
or
2 years.
you could put it up. You could put it up. Look, the first when a product first hits and it's as hot as it is, that's when it's going to sell for the highest. And then what you're trying to do is you're trying to get back to that number that it was when it was at its hottest peak. So you could leave it on whatever platform that you're selling on and leave it up as a buy it now for that high. I mean, if you have a hot item that you see is selling over and over again all day long, if you go to sold items in eBay and you see that there was 10 of them sold today at auction for the same price over and over and over again, you can go ahead and feel confident and put that card at auction, and you might even do better than what it's been doing. Now, I don't do that. That's a strategy that I don't do because I just don't gamble. But I put my cards at buy it now for a certain price that's reasonable. I go to sold items, I see what it's been selling for, and I try to stay in that range. And then eventually it will sell. You know what I mean? Even if it goes down for a minute, it will go back up. You know what I mean? So don't be crazy and don't have crazy, you know, uh, thoughts with some certain cards. Some cards you'll get a premium, price for. Some cards you'll get $5 or $10 for. But that $5 or $10 is paying for the box, where you're going to make some type of profit and at least live another day. That's the way I see it. I mean,
Right.
I'll show you something. So this is some unopened stuff that I have. This is some open stuff that I have. The mega box, the hobby box, the mega box, the Tops Fire box, two Chronicles boxes, and then here's some like the stuff that I open. I save my boxes. So this is like a huge bag filled with all wax boxes, and then you got this big box filled with all these mega boxes and blaster boxes and all this stuff. Like you know what I mean? So like there's a lot of there's two rows in here, by the way. There's a lot of money in here,
So let me
but
ask
I
you.
look
Yeah, no, that's a lot of money.
yeah, a lot of money. So I mean, I look at it like inventory, bro. I mean, it's like it's a side hustle for me. I mean, this is some of the stuff that I've been posting. Those are older cards, by the way. But this is some of the stuff that I have been posting that I have to go, bring this stuff downstairs and put into my inventory. Like these are just some of the single cards I've been posting. So I mean, I have like a little system that I do, you know, but it's a pretty good system. I mean, I think I showed you some of the cards that I bought on eBay and won with. I think I lost on a couple of them. I'll give you an example. What's the first baseman on the Yankees? Luke
Um,
Luke Voigt.
right.
Luke Voigt was one of my biggest losses. Wasn't a crazy loss, but I went last year when he when he was on the road for the MVP. I went and bought like 10 of his Chrome rookie cards and in a lot, and 5 of his paper rookie cards and a PSA 10 of his rookie card, and that was a letdown. Hopefully one day he'll get it back so that those cards will sell. But I haven't sold one of those cards, not one. But that stuff like that. But then there's 20 examples of where I hit big. Like I showed you some of the Kobe's that I bought at $40 that I resold at 150 to 300. So I
Right.
mean, there's fluctuation there. You just gotta really, like I said, be patient and know what you're doing. Know the sport also. It helps.
So pretty much, my issue, like I told you, is I mostly bought football. But last year, I mean this year, but in February, and
Football is my favorite sport.
yeah, uh,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to think if I sold one. I don't think I've sold a single one just yet. I put them up for sale in August, mid August,
Okay.
and nothing is sold.
Give me an example of what you have of what you have.
Uh, I got a Russell Wilson rookie card. He's on the IR. I've
Yeah.
got an optic rookie card of Patrick Mahomes. Um,
Yeah, he's not doing too well. So the Patrick Mahomes you don't have to worry about. That's you're actually being done a favor by holding out on selling that Mahomes. I believe. Also the Russell Wilson.
and Joe Burrow. I have three Joe Burrows graded between an 8 and a
Okay.
9, if I remember right.
Joe, trust me, don't worry about Joe Burrow, bro. How I feel about the guy. I've been predicting to everybody that the Bengals are going to be one of the best teams,
Right.
bottom line, and they're showing it. So trust me, with Joe Burrow, you won't lose.
Yeah,
It's
I
it's
think
it's better that you're not selling them at the moment because you're gonna look back and say, okay, I'm happy I didn't get them sold then, and then you're gonna make more money in the long run.
Bro,
yeah.
I pulled a Joe Burrow Chronicles rookie and I
Mm-hmm.
sent it in the PGX to get graded.
Mm-hmm.
They said that they graded about 10 to 20 of them so far, and none
Yeah.
of them came back at 10. Mine was the first to come back at 10.
Oh,
Really.
that's good.
So I went into this season already saying to myself, I'm not selling my Joe Burrow rookie. No,
No,
like that one,
I
I'm
took
keeping it.
down a lot of my Joe Burrow rookies because
I'm keeping
because
that
let
a
me tell you
long time.
for some reason nobody I feel like nobody thinks the way I think. Like I'll give you a for instance. Like when Garrett Cole was pitching the wild card, I was telling my friend I don't know how the Yankees are such a great organization is putting this guy in that position. The guy sucks in Boston, and he's terrible right now. Why are they putting him in that position? And he's saying, "You're crazy. You're out of your
Wasn't
mind."
wasn't he on Houston too?
Yeah, he was a great pitcher on Houston,
He was
but he's
good in
been terrible
Houston.
because
Yeah, I knew
he's
as
not
soon as
fight attack no more.
I was like, as soon as we get him, he's gonna start sucking. I knew that.
No, they took away spider tack, so there's no more sticky stuff on pitcher's
Oh,
hands,
right,
and
right. That's right. That's right.
so he's terrible. He
Everybody's
was
exposed now.
terrible.
And the picture's exposed now. Yep.
So I don't know. And so people think I'm crazy when I say this stuff. Like you think outside the box. I don't care that he makes $33 million. I wouldn't let him pitch in the wild card if you paid me. I don't care. If I was the coach, if I was the manager, I would not allow him to pitch. And of course, I mean I was right. So like with Joe Burrow and his team right now, he played with those two guys, Jamar Chase and T Higgins on
In college.
LSU in college. These guys, when they get off the field, when they score, they're comfortable enough to slap each other on the ass. These guys partied in college together, hung out, and played football together. They know they have a chemistry already. Yo, it's a sick combination. When you have that comfortability on the field and you have that type of skill, that's all you need.
I don't think there's ever been a team that has had, this
Not like that.
combination of
Not like
players.
this. Never seen it like this. This is something new. So people are not even up on it yet. I've been arguing with people since football started. Watch this team. Watch what happens. Watch.
The way they were already, willing to use Joe Mixon in so many different ways, and then even using the system.
Joe Mixon is like, like when you're hanging out with two best friends and like they're the coolest guys that you ever meet, and like stuff, you know what I mean? Like you're hanging out with a group of friends that Joe Mixon just got brought into the clique. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the way I see it out on the team. Like these guys are out there having fun. They're just like, it's just, bro, it's something different. It's a different vibe. It's totally different. Yo, Green Bay said it. They're one of the best teams that they've ever played, and now they just beat the Ravens. I mean, they beat the Ravens in Baltimore.
Yep.
Come on, like, but don't worry about it. I'll keep the rest of their schedule is not that tough. They're playing the Jets next, so that if they beat the Jets, they'll be in first place. So we'll take first place, and then little by little, people will start to see, wow, this kid is
for real.
These guys are the next Joe Montana and Jerry Rice.
Yeah, man, and that's why I bulked up on Joe Burrow. I felt the same way, and I think the sport card industry in all sports got hit early this year. So
It's not that they got hit. It's that there's certain players that people are attracted to, and that's what they're going for, and they have tunnel vision. They don't even want to look at anything else. So this kid Herbert, for some reason, I mean, look, he's a great quarterback, but to me, I don't think he's as special as Joe Burrow. So, like, if you look at Herbert's prices compared to Burrow's prices should be either just as high or even higher. In my eyes, he's a first-round pick, and he's on a team that never did anything and is about to do something quick as a second-year quarterback. Unfortunately, he got hurt last year. You know?
Yeah. I think that even Joe Herbert's cards have come down since February because I have a Joe Herbert Prism rookie card.
Everything has came down since February. You can't compare to February. February was a time where cards were selling for. I made the most money I've ever made in the card industry. Then, January, February.
That was the worst time to get in.
Yeah, it was the worst time to buy.
And that was when everyone was getting in.
Right, and imagine those people that bought those Luka cards and those Zion cards and those. Imagine that, bro. You know how many. This guy, even Sports Card Investor was talking about him buying 10 PSA 10 Luka cards and selling them, and then they went up, and now look at where they are. So be happy that you sold when you sold, like. Dude, like, listen, but things will. There's a market correction.
Right.
Things were a little overboard.
Too many people coming in just trying to go crazy.
Yeah, right. And also, listen,
not real collectors or anything. They just.
Let me tell you something else, right? So PSA, right? You know why PSA is the number one company out there? PSA, when you signed up to PSA as a member, it was $250 if I'm not mistaken, and you got, I think, 60 free grades. It came out to $8 per card to get graded when you became a member.
It's crazy.
Okay, people were signing up their dogs to be members. Okay, to get that special. All right, so if you have a card that you just pulled out of a box, let's say John Morant rookie or a Zion rookie, and you send it in for grading at $8 per card, people were sending in everything that they had. Okay, they were getting their cards back and they were selling them for crazy amounts of crazy prices in PSA 10s. There's only so long that would last. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now now that PSA is not doing that no more, and things have changed. You're going to see things definitely change in the market. You know what I mean? So be happy that you were not part of that cycle.
So in a way, what I'm gathering, and I don't know if this is what you're saying, but in a way, what I'm getting is that the emphasis may not even be so much on graded cards moving forward. It may just be in the raw cards.
Right. Listen, I've always been one to buy raw, and I have a whole pile of cards downstairs that I want to send in for grading. For some reason, I never get around to it, and I don't know why. And then I'll pick them out and then put them up on eBay and sell them. And it's just a thing that I do. I never get around to sending them off. I don't want to send them off for a year. That's really the reason why I don't want to do it. So I've always been into raw cards. I've always been someone who I'm not going to buy a graded card when I could go buy 10 raw cards, grade them myself, and save money. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, I'll give you Derek Jeter SP rookie card, right? Dude, his cards in 8, 9, 10 sell for thousands of dollars. Raw, they're like about $200-$300. I've seen them down to 190. So, I mean, if you bought 10 Derek Jeter rookie cards, right? One of those is going to come back a 7 or 7 or better. So you have all your money back. Plus, you have 9 other cards. So, like, that's just the way I think. I don't know. Maybe I think a little differently, but I don't purchase PSA 10s unless, like I told you, like I'll go on eBay and put in PSA 10 auctions only and ending soonest, and you'll find on a Monday afternoon that you'll find crazy specials, like, you know what I mean? You'll get away with murder, like, and come off. But I usually stay away from graded cards. I think they're overpriced, and I'd rather grade them myself and be the one that's making that extra money myself. You know what I mean? But that's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, as long as you don't get it from somebody who is trying to, hit you over the head on eBay because it has a big old scratch on it, and they position their card in a certain way where you can't see the scratch. That's
Yeah, right. Exactly. But even at that point, I mean, you just buy a couple of boxes, and what you get out of it, you're gonna get a card that in a PSA 10 is going to sell for $1,000, bro. If you got a couple of hobby boxes, or you got a couple of mega boxes, you're gonna get a card that you're gonna want to grade. You know what I mean? Like that's why I tell you the power's in wax, bro. There's a fun about it. It's a little different, man. You have to be a collector at heart too, because you can't be all about, okay, is this going to sell tomorrow? If I open this box right now, am I going to be able to get my money back tomorrow? Sometimes it takes a little while. I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and I'm a firm believer that it's a good investment. You know what I mean? But it's fun for me at the end of the day. It's relaxing for me to come home from work and open up a box of cards and look at values, and okay, I'm going to hold on to this one, and I love this card. I'm going to put this in my fake grading pile so that one day I'll send it off. You know what I mean? It just gives me a reason to hold on to it. You know what I mean? It's just, this is my favorite player right now. I'm holding on to him, like Joe Burrow, for instance. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it kind of levels everything out to me. You know what I mean?
As long as you're having fun, man, that's what matters, man.
Right.
At the end of the
Right.
day, if you can make a little bit of side, paper,
Right.
then that's
Exactly.
it, man.
Right. So people are trying to make big money in this and think it's the next, get rich quick scheme. It's not. It never was. You know what I mean? In those couple of months, people got rich. People definitely got rich in those couple of months. In that February month, people definitely, man. I just heard of a guy that said that in late I'll tell you 2 stories real quick. In the late 90s, he was buying those Kobe rookie cards at for hundreds, lots of 100 for $3 each. He said that when the market went up like that, he said that he made 200,000 that month. That month alone, 200,000. I had another kid that came from California on eBay. I met him on eBay. He asked me to do it as a like to come meet me to buy the card instead of sending it to him because he was in New York on business. So
Okay.
he was buying up cards that he could in New York. So from eBay, I had a rare Kobe card, and this is way before he died. And he was collecting Kobe rookie cards, and he said that he had 600 Kobe rookie cards back then. So I
Forget
mean,
it.
imagine how his cash out was. There's people that made a lot of money at that point. You know what I mean? But it's just about it's that kid that came and bought that card for me was buying that card because he believed in collecting Kobe rookie cards. He loved Kobe Bryant so much that he wanted to buy each and every one of his rookie cards. He wanted to have 10 of each one of them, and that's it. And it winded up being a good move, you know? So, I mean,
Yeah,
you
man.
got to kind of have fun first. You got to be a collector at heart, and the payoff will be there one day.